wish you had a skincare therapist bestie with over a decade of experience whisper skincare tips, ingredients, and solutions in your ear? Welcome to the Skin Coach in Georgia podcast. I am your host, band-aide Samini, a clinical esthetician and founder of Urban Skincare Clinic. Whether you're challenged with acne, rosacea, dark spots, or just want to learn how to maintain a healthy glow, this podcast is for you. Let's transform your skin one episode at a time. Well, hi there. How are you doing? Welcome back to another episode of the Skin Coach in Georgia podcast. This episode is brought to you by Urban Skincare Clinic. Can you believe we are halfway through the year? I hope your days are filled with things that light you up. And speaking of lighting up, I have an interview episode for you today. I had the pleasure of interviewing another client of mine. Her name is Fanta, and we talk about her journey with acne, a skin condition that is near and dear to my heart, the reason I became an esthetician in the first place. June is Acne Awareness Month, and so I am planning to cover all things acne. Please, please, please share this episode with someone who struggles with acne. Clear skin is possible, even if you feel like you've tried it all. And without further ado, here is that interview. Hi, Fanta. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Hi. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing? It's so good to see you.
It's so good to see you too, Maddie.
Wonderful. So you did the acne boot camp program a while ago.
Yeah.
You're kind of graduated from it now.
Basically.
But let's start from where it all began. Tell us how your journey with acne started, how long ago, what all did you try up until you started coming to Urban Skincare Clinic. So go ahead.
Yeah, of course. So I've been struggling with acne for a very long time. It started when I hit puberty, and it's just like the pimples just came, and I thought it would go away, maybe after a few years, but it just ended up just staying there. And it was just a thing that it seemed like anything I tried did not work. I felt like I went through all of the acne products of the time, like Proactive, Neutrogena, and honestly, nothing really seemed to work. And so when I started wearing makeup and started getting into makeup, I kind of started just covering it up and just saying, okay, well, that's all I can do for now. But I still felt very, subconscious about it, because really makeup is just really a band-aid for like a larger problem. So eventually I did start seeing like a dermatologist. I started taking some products from them, and they would, prescribe me not just like the acne medications, like for the face, but also oral supplements and oral medications. And the issue with those is that they had side effects, and I would just have really bad stomach pain as a result of that. And I stopped taking them. And when I just started relying on the face products that they gave me, I felt like it helped a little bit, but I still felt like it wasn't something that lasted long term. And also I felt like it increased the sensitivity of my skin. And so my skin was just having other issues because of that. I did see an esthetician before. This was after I stopped birth control, because birth control was another method I used to help with my acne. I literally took it just because I was like, I heard this could help, and I have hormonal acne, so this should help. And it did. It did suppress it for the 3 years I took it. But the issue is that it was also temporary. And when I got off of the birth control, my skin, just everything that was underneath just came up to the surface, and then my acne worsened to cystic acne, where it was just painful just to even wash my face at that point, and where I was literally like, it was so bad that I was like crying from the pain, because of just washing my face. And so finally, that's when I looked up on Google. I was like, okay, I need something that is more long term and that's gonna last longer. The esthetician I went to before, it was just a quick chemical peel, but it wasn't like a whole program to really help my skin long term. It was just sort of, okay, let's get this chemical peel, and it helped for like maybe a few months, and then it came back. And so I went on Google and I was like, okay, I want something more, just like natural that targets hormonal. And then Urban Skincare Clinic came up. And I was really happy that I did choose Urban Skincare Clinic, because as soon as I came in for my consultation, there was a video played about just a lifestyle approach to treating acne. And that is not just, just kind of doing treatments, even though treatments do help, but it's everything. It's really just, it's a diet. It is just maybe taking some vitamins. It is the skin products that you use, being aware about the ingredients that are in it. So there's just many different factors, and that is what really helped me ultimately.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for sharing the backstory. How has your life, I guess, been affected, just living day-to-day life, now that you're acne free? I so wish our listeners could see your beautiful glowing skin now. Like, it makes me so happy. We're definitely going to take after photos.
Of course.
Oh my goodness. So you did mention you came in and you were happy with the way we did the consultation and started, but I am so proud of you for committing to the program. It is not for the faint of heart, because it takes commitment and consistency, and midway, one will probably feel like, is all this even doing anything? Because acne is so complex. You still break out while you're going through the program. Then your skin clears, then you break out again, then it clears. So it's like this roller coaster of emotions and your skin just going through changes. So, but you stuck with it. I am so proud of you. And that's what it takes. That's really what it takes. Do you remember the time frame? Like, how long do you remember it taking from like the day you came in and started with the program until you were, clear of active breakouts?
Yes, I would say that you are completely right. It is a journey. It's not an easy journey, especially with like the chemical peels and then the purging after you get the chemical peels done. But for me, what kept me going is knowing that my skin like was feeling better over time. Like my skin started feeling a little bit better. So not focusing on maybe just how it's looking all the time, but how it's feeling. And that's definitely what I feel like kept me going through that process. And the whole process took about, I would say 3 to 4 months before my active acne completely, I would say, like started like clearing up. And then throughout those months, it was like an up and down roller coaster. Like it would be great, like maybe a few weeks after the chemical peel, but then I'll purge again when I'll get my next treatment done. But I just knew that I was just part of the process, and making all of these lifestyle changes also on top of it, I think was, I would say overall pretty helpful as well. And at the end, like when my active acne did start going away, feeling my skin, it felt so smooth, it felt tighter, it felt brighter, and I did have a lot of unevenness in my skin. So all of that basically went away. And that just made me very happy, and it made me feel like, okay, as long as, I stick it through these 3 months, like this is a result, and I know how my skin could look, looking without, acne, because of when I was on the birth control, but this is actually a whole nother level. Like it feels healthy, like completely healthy. And I'm just very, very glad that I went through that program and I stuck it through.
Oh my goodness, just life-changing. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you say to someone who feels hopeless and helpless? Honestly, acne can really dismantle one's self-esteem, really. Yeah, what would you say to someone who's tried everything? I have seen in my professional experience,
Mm-hmm.
like some people do decide to go the antibiotics and Accutane route, but guess what? If you don't make these lifestyle changes, it can come back.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you have acne for life. I mean, there are so many things that can trigger breakouts in the skin. So if you're not
Mm-hmm.
diet wise, lifestyle wise, so if you're not aware and not making those changes, yeah, acne can definitely come back. But now, do you feel like you have the tools
Mm-hmm.
to follow, to use, and the knowledge to keep your breakouts under control, right? And manage them. So
Yeah.
what would you say to someone who is just, yeah, hopeless and helpless, is not really seeing results from seeing a dermatologist or even getting treatments but not going anywhere, they're not getting results?
I would say that, first of all, everybody has their own different experiences and different triggers and factors behind acne. It really just isn't a one, like, this is the reason why I caused this. This is exactly the reason why I caused it. There's honestly, in most cases, multiple factors, and they can be pretty complex.
Yeah.
I would say that in my experience, I definitely was there. Like, I definitely felt like I've been dealing with this for over 10 years. So I felt like there was no solution for me. But what really helped was, okay, what is something that will work just long term? What is something that I can do every day in my daily life to make sure that I'm not relying on one specific thing? So for me, it's really just a lifestyle approach again with the, urban skincare, just changing, being mindful of what's in my diet. I would say, taking vitamins, is making sure I'm healthy and putting good things in my body. Making sure, like, even little things that I didn't even know I had to change, like changing my pillowcase like every other day or a few times a week, using a certain type of detergent, and even just like not using dryer sheets. Like, those little factors could really make a big difference. And so I would encourage them that you don't necessarily have to spend like crazy amount of money on like dermatologists or going to get very highly specialized or chemical specific treatments. There really is a lot of different things that you can do that could help long term. And with the urban skincare program, this is something that really also supports that, especially with people who are with hormonal acne, because with them it may seem like, okay, well, this is how my hormones are. I can't really change my hormones, but you could change other factors around it. So I would tell them that there are solutions out there.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Wonderful. Thank you again for your time and coming onto the podcast. I can't wait to see you in person next, hopefully soon.
Of course.
And take care and have a great rest of your day.
Okay, you too. All right, have a good day. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for having me.
I am so incredibly proud of Fanta for trusting the process and committing to the program, and in return, clearing her acne. She now has the knowledge and the right products to keep her acne under control. Did you hear her smile? Oh, I can relate to her story. And I feel like I'm living my purpose by helping my clients clear their skin. You glow differently when you're happy in your own skin. All right, ladies, until next time, take good care of yourselves, and I will see you next week, same time, same place. Bye for now.